Welcome to my hell of fleets. You gotta learn the Chuck Norris move. Practice that one. I just tore my ass cheeks. What did we forget to do?
Rotors.
And which tool are we using for that?
The name of it, the top. Top dog.
This is why you don't give people stuff. They don't even eat. Top down 1, coming soon. Love you, Derek.
I haven't used the plus one. I can't lie and tell them that.
Good morning, my neighbor. I'm impressed. You actually got it moved over. And you're changing the oil. Turns out it needed a PM because it had no oil in the car. How you doing? Yeah. What you got left? The oil change in the one tire?
Yeah, this is one tire.
Alright.
I finished the oil change. I just got to do the tire now.
You didn't finish the oil change, the cap's still off.
Well, I mean, I did that. Well, I drank it.
You drained it. You started it. You still holding the thing in your hand. That's fine. So then what's next? Out of the one tire, what are we going to do today? You're going to do some brakes. So for us to do the rear brake pads, confirm, we have to place the vehicle in brake maintenance mode. Yep. Okay. Brake pad change mode. Before placing the brake pads function. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Button one.
On.
Oh.
You gotta read these things, okay?
Yeah, I said yep.
After replacement of the brake pads, apply release function should be performed 3 times. So that means that you're going to turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, right? That way you can do whatever, okay? So let's do button 2. Or let's do button 1. Let's see what happens. Alright. Press OK. Okay, now hit button 2 to release it. Make sure it works. Okay. So the last thing we did was we did release. Now we look right here. What's that say? Rear brake pad in service mode. All right. So now we can. It's going to stay like that until we get done with the procedure. So that's cool. It actually worked really good.
I see it had this tab, so.
Okay. So where are we at? You're taking it apart still, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this one. I didn't want to break. I didn't know if I was going to break the tab or not.
Oh, shit, I don't know. Oh, you bent the living crap out of that thing, huh?
This one?
Yeah, that pit.
Oh, it been like that.
It been like that?
Yeah, it's not mine. I think it was here before I got here.
Honestly, what I would do, since we're already doing the rotor, is I would take it off of one assembly. So whenever a caliper bracket has the pads already installed into it, they refer to that as loaded bracket, right? So I see what you're saying with these. It's easier when you have light to be able to see, but worry about it in a second. Let's go ahead and let's work on this, because I'm going to show you how to do this, right? And then that way on the other side you can do it by yourself. So this is the set that you'll need to do these the rear brakes on the majority of the newer cars. You're just going to find one that has like this. We want to make sure we have one that's going to be nice and lined up, right?
Well, I see our friend.
What's your friend? Your spider? Oh, hello, buddy. I'm going to need you to evacuate. All right, so we have our adapter. This is a really good kit. Not very expensive, but I said it's very good, and that lied to me. And now I probably got that spider in my head. All right, so we got our correct adapter. We got our backing plate. All right, now look here. So the way this thing works, as I loosen this up, it's going to start applying pressure, okay? Now some of these you can get away with just doing by spinning this. And I think this is the way this one's going to work. Some require you to spin. Now what you want to look out for is you're retracting the caliper back and the piston back into the caliper. We don't, sometimes the boot, the seal, remember this is the seal. Remember on the Kia Soul that I showed you yesterday that the guy left the bolts out or loose and it came off and it was leaking from behind that piston seal? You don't want to damage that seal, but it looks like we're getting pretty lucky here. So we're just going to take our time until it's fully in there. And just for good measure, all right. And then once we're there, break it free. And you see how we got our nice, it's all in there. We'll address the spider webs and cobwebs and stuff in a little bit. Best practices is not to hit it with shop air, but you ask anybody who does brakes, they hit it with shop air. But you got brake cleaner, so that's how we'll do it. No one likes asbestos. Now we got that out of the way, and the piston's already retracted. Now let's go ahead and get this bracket off, and then we'll address what's going on here. It's just these way these tabs are, and then whatever else. So knock these 14s out, and then that whole caliper will come off, and then we'll load the bracket with the new hardware and pads, and then we'll install it all at one time. It's just it's a lot easier than having to poke your head around and stuff, because you got to take it off anyway, right? If you were just pad slapping, it'd be different, but we're not. So remember, floating calipers, because we have slides, we need to grease these. I mean, they don't feel bad, but while we're here, go ahead and do it correctly, right? And remember, when you're tightening up that caliper, so like on that Kia Soul, what probably happened was he probably hit it with his impact, but he didn't realize that he needed to hold this in place. So when he was tightening it, this was spinning too, so it never actually got torqued down. That's my best guess, right? So when you go back together, we'll go back over it together correctly and make sure we don't miss anything. So go ahead and get that bracket off, man. Those two 14s. I'll help you get the rotor off. Hey, Derek. Whenever we have long or super tight bolts, what helps us? Leverage. So, because they wanted to throw all the damn Loctite in here. Remember, don't punch yourself in the face. And if I took this bolt out first, all the way, and I'm still trying to crank on this one, what's going to happen? If this bolt's out, and I crank on this, trying to get her off, what's going to happen? As I twist, yeah, because of the way we're going. So what I want to do is get that one out first, because they're both tight as bad words. So you work on that. Okay, real quick, let's go over this. So this is an impact driver. Okay, you see how we have these screws? They can be a real pain. They're there for manufacturing purposes. Impact driver, what it does, fully seat it, lock it. You see how I just broke that free? And we'll just go around and knock them all out because I don't want you to get hung up on it. Here, try that one time. Just make sure she's fully seated. So take it. You hear that? So when I'm pushing in, I'm also twisting a little bit, okay? So here, go ahead and grab that like I had it. And get in a good position where you can actually get a good swing and don't smack shit out yourself. Hit it. You see how it broke free?
Yeah.
So give it real quick, let's make sure. Alright. Now keep going around, give you the rest. Let's go ahead and get this done. That way you ain't got no more hang-ups. I can't see, so did it spin for you?
Yeah.
Alright. Can't be afraid. Now you gotta make sure she's in there tight and she's in there straight. If you hit, let go for a second. If you hit it at an angle, you're gonna break my bit. You break my bit, you're gonna have to do the warranty process because I ain't doing it. Okay. Sorry. Alright, last two. Get straight. There you go. Nope. Nope. Push that sucker in. Push in. Push in. Push in. Yep. Push in. Now hit her. Do it again.
I got it harder this week.
Yeah, you need a bigger purse. Oh, okay. Alright. Here, let me help you, Bubba. I know you're afraid. First time for everything, right? Alright. Push in. I'm applying pressure. I'm twisting to the left. Well, you're not engaging your tool. This tool can go both ways. It can go both ways. Loosen, you know, and wear your goggles. Alright, so this time, go in here, push in, and then twist. Look. In, twist, smack. Alright, let's do this. Get comfortable in a good spot. In, twist, hit it. There you go. Yahtzee! Look at you already getting after her. That's exactly what I would do. I'd pop them off, leave them how they are orientated, and then put them back in the way they, came out. Yeah. So fully seated. Yeah. Cool. While we're here, let's do these slides. Okay. So grab the plastic, the rubber, pop that seal. Get this ooey gooey approved brake ceramic lubricant stuff that I've had since Toyota, and we're just going to grease the slide pin. What happens if a slide pin sticks? What happens to the brake pads? They're going to wear. You see that? Give it a good logo, right? I don't want that. Or whatever. The sole? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the other one. Yeah, I don't know about that. I can't remember that one. Real quick, remember, no grease goes in threads. Threads is a liquid. Liquids don't compress. That means that you will never achieve your torque, aka tightness. So just a good little dab, and pop, slide. Make sure she's seated. Cool. All right. So you already got these out. Usually the squeal indicators are going to be on the back side. Remember, this is going to be the back side of the rotor, right? So let's find our pads. Okay. And make sure there's no grease in your hands when you touch the friction material. You don't want that, okay? So now it's just easier this way if we load the caliper from here. Boom. See, I go in an angle. this one has little tabs. Here we go. Pinch your finger. Okay, so you see how we're behind? We're behind the tabs now. You hear a little ding. All right. Now this is what you consider a loaded caliper bracket. Right? Now that's ready to be reinstalled. You already got the rotor off. Cool. All right, Derek. One of the most overlooked things when doing brakes is this build-up corrosion, right? If we don't have this stuff nice and cleaned up, you know, it's not got to be perfect, but if we have any kind of build-up, that can cause it's going to cause unwanted run out, right? It means it's not going to be true. It's not going to be seated correctly. It's not going to be flush. So we're going to take this with glasses on and not hurt yourself. And we're not going to really hurt any of the threads. And you get a feel for your tool. They make stuff that makes this easier, but this is what I got. This is what I use. It gets the job done. I need to show you. Okay. Alright, and that's a lot better than what it used to be, right? So now you should be good to go. You can install your new rotor. So let's look at our holes for our Phillips screws go. Yep, I think you got it right. Yeah, just like that. Don't be afraid. Put it on there, son. Oh, hold on, no. Now you see it. So 180 out. Okay, it ain't going nowhere. Just let it hang. And you're going to put these in with a regular screwdriver, okay? Don't be that guy. Let's go. So just center her out. Yep. And personally, I would, yeah, exactly. I wonder who taught you that. Yep, just hand tighter. No, with a screwdriver, son. You ain't gonna be able to hand tight with. I mean, you could try if you want to. But yeah, we're just hand tightening these. Remember, these are not made for anything but to keep the rotor on during the manufacture process. So just hand tight's good enough. A little more. You know, when I say hand tight, I mean tight. Just not at the part where we got to use the impact driver, right? There you go. Cool. All right. So now we can grab our bracket. Okay. Go ahead and get her in there. See why that's so much easier to load it if possible? Okay. Maybe easier to start with the top one. It don't matter. It don't matter. Whatever you for you. Remember, you're not always going to have a third hand. But yeah, you get these things started by hand, okay? And you saw the Loctite on them whenever you're pulling them out. You hear that squeaking? Yeah, that's the dang Loctite. So now I'll set this up for 1 second. So now while you're doing this, I don't want these to fall out, right? So now maybe we can probably just do a little bit here first just to get it going. I thought you had a 3/8 ratchet, cordless.
The small one or the big one?
The one you only have one. The cordless ratchet. The one he used to have, the one that Buddy gave you.
It's in there.
Oh well, too late now, but because now we're at the tight spot. So run her in there, my friend. but we just want to make sure that she's not going anywhere. And these clips, remember how they had little tabs? No, so you'll probably be fine. So let's get her tight. It don't matter now. It ain't going nowhere. Now we're going to go back with this, the actual caliper. Good deal. Yeah, you got her. All right, you can get her ratchet now. Good at the ratchet. Let me see what you got. Up, up. So, a little bit. Give it a little bit of wiggle, and then you get her, right? So go ahead and tighten those up. And let's see what's going to happen. Good. You see how this is not sliding? All right. You get the top one. It'd be easier if you turned your body. Like that. Yeah. You see how. All right. You'll get there one day, I promise you. Is that me or you? Okay. We'll go take care of that, that's fine. Alright, so the way you're doing it, nothing wrong with that, right? But think about this. If you're slinging this wrench around all kinds of ways, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, you get tired, right? So, I'm right-handed. So, come on this side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to just hold here and just let this flow. Just going to let it flow. And then, yep. So I'm cool because if this was starting to spin, now I need to go get me an open end wrench, hold this in place, and then tighten her up. But because she's not going anywhere, we're good. All right. And it has to be tighter than that, okay? But yeah, that's good. That's it. You already have your thing in there, your connector for your braking, your electronic parking brake. So I say she's good. Rule of thumb is what? If you took it off, you what? You touch it again, right? So pretty much, yep, that's it. So we know these are tight. We know this is tight. We know the one in the back's tight for the bracket. We know this is tight. We know this is tight. And we know that our connector is back in place. So bam, 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 bam. Just a real quick way to cover your butt and make sure that this don't go flying off. Brakes are important. All right, next side is all for you, buddy.
No, I'm on the bottom one. I'm just getting this one more loose because I got this one loose. I'm getting this one more loose.
One key or one device. Look where you placed your caliper on. Where's your caliper resting on? It's on the wire. So let's get the caliper on that wire. It's not going to hurt it. Let's go all the way over on the arm over this side.
Right here.
Just where we're off of that wire. Because the way this is parking brake, you're not gonna hurt that. That's cable. But yeah, we're not. That's fine. But the way you had it sitting on there, that can cause an issue. But that thing's super insulated. But the thing's in your way is kind of giving you pain. So make it a little bit easier on yourself, you know.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Good.
Yeah, let's get a little more on there.
No more than that.
Yeah. You see how I dragged that? Yeah, drag that brush across the base. Flipper. Take your brush and drag it across the base of your cylinder. Twist your brush around. There you go. Now, just go. That's good. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, buddy. The way that I do it is for speed. You know, and to cut a little more on there. Honestly, I don't want to touch it because it's nasty. But what you're doing by spreading it out, you're actually. Oh, damn, lift's gonna break. Alright, give me this. So what I meant was hold it tight. Now look how much I just put on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold it tight, son. If you keep spreading it down like we do, you know, when you tire repair or whatnot, you keep doing like that, all you're going to do is you're going to take more of the grease off of the slide pin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We want to have grease on there, so let me go back and install her and make sure you get the air out the pocket, give her some pulls, some tugs, make sure she's happy. There you go. And just make sure that boot is fully seated on that slide pin. Good. You already got the new brake pads in there too?
Yeah.
Look at you flying.
So this one right here, like, is this fine or?
All right. So one thing, look at that. Look at the. I guess that would be considered the outboard pad, the one on the outside.
This one.
Yep. Where does the squilt indicators usually go? On which side of the inboard or outboard? Inboard being facing outwards, inboard being facing inwards. Where do we put the squilt indicator on the other side?
I'll put it in the outward. Like a.
Oh, we put it on the inward.
Oh.
So
So just flip it around though.
Yep, yeah. But before you do that, take that towel and get the grease off your fingers because you don't want to get that grease on the friction material.
Okay. Not just looking at the. How this is lift.
It's okay. It ain't falling down yet. It ain't gonna fall now. So what did we do? What did we forget to do?
Rotors.
Yeah, it happens. How do you learn, Derek? By making mistakes.
Yeah. Now I guess.
Wait, I'm gonna get one side and you're already there at it, so yeah. Six, seven. So we're going to replace the rotor, and before you put that new rotor on, what are you going to do? You're going to clean off the what? What's it called?
The hub.
Yeah, yeah, it is. We'll call it the mating surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's the hub. It's the, you know, the little centric part wherever the rotor centers itself. Be happy that thing came off like that. Just throw it down somewhere. Well, I'll show you in the front that if you come into a pinch where the rotor won't come off. So now you're gonna grab that. Uh-huh. But before you do that, where's your seat splints at? Here, buddy.
Oh. Well, I say it's over there.
Yeah.
The big old ones.
Here, just put these on. No, never mind. Go keep showing. You got greasy it. The one time you wear gloves, you probably get greasy everywhere on everything. safety squints and getting control of the drill. Alright, that's gonna be the thing. What we don't want to do is tear the hell out of the, you know, that's not gonna really tear up the fluid, honestly. But we want to get, you know, the surface. So you saw how I did it, right? And I find a good spot. So real quick, I'll just show you this refresher. Alright, so I find a good spot. Get a control of your trigger. Don't just don't ways roll it, right? Find you a good spot. And get control of your trigger, and then just rotate it. Instead of having to be like, you know, just boom, boop, doop, and then we'll hit off that crap too. So get a feel for that trigger, okay? There you go. Trigger control.
Yeah, just clean off this.
Well, you're gonna clean off the hub and the mating surface, right?
Yeah.
Use both hands.
Okay. It's gonna feel weird.
Well, yeah, you have done it before. But maybe if I use both hands, I can control. If I tried, if I wanted to, yeah, I could, right? But then it's going to want to walk,
Yeah.
right? By doing this, I'm controlling it. You see where my hands is? I got my control of my trigger, and I got control of my tool. That way I'm not walking and destroying. Careful with this. So you see how we bend that hose? So I have seen people before. Step to the side of it. I've seen people before do stupid stuff like that, right? No bueno. This needs to be relaxed flow, okay? So from here, let's just find a good spot. And this is fine. Alright, so get up in there, boy. Hop in there. Remember, go ahead. Alright, so this is the way this is going to work. Okay. So what we have to do is this has to go behind here, right? Okay. Got our piece installed. And we have to adjust this in some. Actually fit. Okay. Can you here? You trade with me? Come on this side. Move your hand. Your hand. Yeah, you're fine. All right. So now you see how we're flush.
Yeah.
All right. So now I gotta spin this out. I want to make sure I'm flushed in all four posts. Okay. Now it's tight. Now, take this, and we're going to go that way. Okay? So you do this part. Just do it nice and slow. It's okay, it ain't going to fall off. Go ahead, hang on for a second. You'll be alright. Just nice and slow. Take your time. And watch that boot and make sure that boot doesn't get stuck or start to come off. And once you get moving, you're good to go. As long as it's not biting you, you're fine. You just don't want that dust cover on that piston to start spinning or bunch up or, you know, anything like that. So just nice and smooth. And then whenever it stops, give it one more little budge. She stop.
Yeah.
Give it a little budge. Do it again. Okay. Now here. Hold this tight. Hold this tight. Ready? Now move your tool. Now do you see how that worked?
Yeah.
Shit. Some can be a pain. This one is not too bad, which is nice. So let's get that rotor on. These don't have to be as tight as the other ones. I just want to feel myself. That needs a little more. That's good. Alright. And what do we do now? We're gonna double check our work.
Everything.
Yep. So what do we touch?
Everything that you touched before.
So I want you to tell me. I want you to run through the process. Just point to the bolt and touch it. This is what you do when you talk to yourself when you're working by yourself. I'm serious. You think I'm not? Yeah, I'm being dead ass serious. I thought, yes, I am. I'm over here being like, okay, so we have bam, 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 bam. Good to go. Move on. Good job. What's the last thing we got to do for the rear brakes in order to be done with the procedure? Take it out of
Service mode.
Take out of service mode. Okay. Go back into your thing. Yep. Okay. I'll hit apply. Button 1. There we go. Now, in the directions, what's it say? How many times should you be doing this?
3 times.
Alright, so we just applied. Okay, so now we're going to release again, so that's button 2. Nice. Okay, do it again. Just keep repeating the cycle. All we're doing here is making sure that everything's good to go. Alright, so let's go on diagnostics. Okay, we can do auto then. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we don't have any DTC set from doing the procedure, and if we do, we'll clear them out and make sure everything's happy and we don't have any issues or warnings going on, right? And watch how fast this thing is. Okay, full scan. Now, one gripe I do have is I wish that we use more of the screen to kind of spread out the topology where it's a little bit more legible. You can zoom in if you pinch. Try it. See how it works like that. But yeah, it's still really, really bunched up. It's not terrible, but you know, something to think about. But she's blowing through that. Okay, let's go ahead and just do a clear it. Well, real quick, why don't you click on the AB, top right, in red. No, topology, yep. Okay, that's fine. Exit out of that. Click on the engine one. I do like how that happens. Alright, exit out of that. Install history. Click on the rest of the other two ones. The other two red ones. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so let's clear our DTCs. Now when that finishes up, take the tool down and let's cut the car off. Okay. Let's cut the car off. Alright, and let's go ahead and start her. Cool. Now let's verify that the electronic parking brake actually does work. Can you release it? Alright, can you set it? Release it? Alright. Why don't you just throw her in gear and let's see what happens. Don't run me over though. Back up a little bit. Don't be afraid, you ain't going nowhere. You got a backup camera, son. Okay. She stopped? Alright. Alright, put it back in park. Yeah, you cut the car off. So what do you think, Derek? How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah?
Great.
Not too bad for doing some brakes.
Yeah, first time doing it.
Hey, good job, man. You did really good. What's the name of that tool, Derek?
Top down one.
How do you like it?
Great.
Good, yeah. How would you compare that to the Plus?
That's the
That's the one that I always use, yeah. My old Plus.
I don't know. I haven't used the plus one. I can't lie and tell them that.
I tried. Till next
This is
time.
my first time done.
And it's not. You have a
Well, the first like big boy.
yeah,
Scanner.
big boy. Yeah, first big boy. So there you have it. Brakes, and you know, F and G's, learning. Until next time, quack quack. We're out.